For our next example, we're going to make a pivot table with bedrooms and bathrooms for column and row headings, and then we're going to add in the average, minimum, and maximum price as we have from our requirements. Now, an easy way to do this, since we've already got a pivot table here with the framework, would be to copy this whole sheet tab and start with that pivot table. We're not going to do that today, just to get more practice. So let's click on our List of Homes tab, select one cell in our data area. From the Insert ribbon, let's go back and insert our pivot table. Target range looks okay. We're going to create it on a new worksheet, so we'll click OK. And now let's create the framework. Again, we're going to put our number of bedrooms as row labels and the number of bathrooms as column headings again. Now we're going to start with an average price. Drag the price field down to the value section. As expected, Excel guessed incorrectly that we want to sum the price field. We can easily fix that. Click the Sum of Price field in the Value section and select the Value Field Settings. And on the dialog box, let's choose the Average Calculation. And we'll see up at the top for a custom name, it gave us average of price. That's okay. We'll go ahead and leave that as a custom name. That'll be fine. Now we have an average price at each intersection. Boy, those numbers sure do look ugly. Let's click on the average price field in the value section again and choose Value Field Settings. Click the button in the bottom left hand side of that dialog box that says Number Format. See, right now Excel is formatting that value in a very general numeric format. Since the value represents dollars, let's choose the currency format. On the currency format, let's make the number of decimal places 0, because we're really not going to worry too much if there's 25 cents in the end of one of our home prices. And we'll click OK. Click OK there. Much better. Now our column labels look a little bit nicer. They have nice dollar sign settings. Now we've added our average price to the pivot table, but now what do we do about max and min? Doesn't seem to be any more room on the table to show them. Well, here's a wonderful feature of pivot tables. We can absolutely add them. From our pivot table field list, let's click the price in the top half and drag it down to the value section. I know we already put it there, but we'll put it there below the average price. Once again, Excel has added another price field in the values area, but it's made it a sum again. You notice the pivot table, it should start to look pretty confusing. Don't worry, we'll fix that in a couple minutes. First, we need to go finish updating our value fields. In previous examples, we used the Value Field Settings dialog box that we got when clicking on the cell. This time, we're going to go up to the ribbon and use the ribbon to update our sum of price. Okay? So on the Pivot Table Tools Options ribbon, check the Active Field button. Okay? Let's make sure our pivot table is active. In our active field, it'll tell you which pivot field is active. If it's not Sum of Price, click the Sum of Price field in the pivot table field list or the pivot table itself. Now to change this to the maximum price, we will select the maximum option from the Summarize By Values option underneath the Calculations button. So I'll click there, Summarize By, and I'll go down to Max. Now let's go ahead and fix the formatting of the max price as well. Click on the Field Settings